My friends, we begin our journey at the very doorstep of success. Many people wander through life wondering why the doors of opportunity remain locked to them, as though guarded by some invisible force that chooses a select few and denies the rest. They drift from one day to the next, from one idea to another, never quite committing, never quite deciding, never quite becoming. They have wishes, they have hopes, and they have vague interests. They say, someday I would like to, or if only things were different. But a wish will not bring riches, and a hope without action is nothing more than a pleasant daydream. You must understand, write this upon the tablets of your mind, that desire, capital D, capital E, capital S, capital I, capital R, capital E, is the only mortar that holds the bricks of achievement together. Without it, the structure collapses before it ever rises. With it, even the most fragile beginnings can grow into monuments of success. Desire is not merely wanting. It is not idle curiosity. It is not passing interest. It is a force so powerful that it reshapes your thoughts, directs your actions, and bends your environment to your will. When Edwin C. Barnes walked off that freight train in Orange, New Jersey, to seek a partnership with the great Thomas Edison, he did not carry with him wealth, influence, or credentials. What he carried was far more potent, a burning, unwavering desire. He did not simply hope to find employment. He did not say, I'll try this for a little while and see what happens. No, he said in the silent chambers of his own mind, I will plant my feet here until I succeed or I perish in the attempt. Imagine the scene. A man with worn clothes, empty pockets, and no obvious advantage, standing before one of the greatest inventors in history. To the casual observer, he would appear insignificant, but to those who understand the laws of success, he was already a man on the brink of achievement. Why? Because his desire had already decided the outcome. The world simply had to catch up. That is the burning desire of which I speak. It is a state of mind so intense that it becomes an obsession. It keeps you awake at night and rises with you in the morning. It shapes your conversations, your associations, your habits, and your decisions. It drives you to seek knowledge where others remain ignorant, to persist where others surrender, to believe where others doubt. This desire, when properly directed, leads to the planning of definite ways and means to reach your goal. And then, this is critical, it fuels a persistence which does not recognize failure. Obstacles become temporary. Defeats become lessons. Delays become preparation. The man or woman with a burning desire does not ask, what if I fail? They ask, how soon can I try again? Now, I shall not leave you with mere abstractions or poetic language. Philosophy without application is like a map never unfolded. It holds promise but delivers nothing. To transmute this mental impulse of desire into its physical or financial equivalent, you must follow 6 definite, practical steps. These steps are not optional. They are not suggestions. They are the tested, proven pathway from thought to reality. Fetch your fountain pens. Sit upright. Give me your full attention, for what follows may alter the entire course of your life. First, fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. Do not say, I want plenty of money, for that is meaningless to the subconscious mind. It cannot act upon vagueness. It requires precision. It requires clarity. It requires a target. Whether it be $1,000, $10,000, or $1 million, name it, see it, define it. There is a profound psychological reason for this, which we shall explore in greater depth. But for now, accept that definiteness is the beginning of all achievement. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. Let us dismiss once and for all the illusion of something for nothing. The universe operates on the principle of exchange. Value must be given before value is received. Will you give your time, your skill, your creativity, your leadership, your discipline? Decide now, for this decision shapes the path you must walk. Third, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. A goal without a deadline is merely a wish dressed in respectable clothing. Time gives urgency to action. It transforms intention into commitment. When you set a date, you declare to yourself and to the world, "This shall be done." Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you feel ready or not, to put this plan into action. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, the perfect confidence. They wait and they wait and they wait until life passes them by. Begin where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Action breeds clarity, and clarity breeds confidence. Fifth, write out a clear, concise statement of your intention. State the amount of money. Name the time limit. Describe what you will give in return. Outline your plan. Put it into words that you can read, repeat, and remember. This written statement becomes your contract with yourself, a declaration of purpose that you will not break. Sixth, read your written statement aloud twice daily. Once just before retiring at night, and once immediately upon arising in the morning. But do not merely read, experience. As you read, see yourself already in possession of the money. Feel the emotions that accompany success. Believe with every fiber of your being that it is already yours. For belief is the bridge between desire and reality. Why must we be so specific? Why such discipline? Why such repetition? Because the subconscious mind does not respond to a lukewarm request. It responds only to that which is impressed upon it with intensity, clarity, and repetition. It is like fertile soil. It will grow whatever you plant within it, but the seed must be planted with care and conviction. Every person who achieves greatness in any field must reach a point where retreat is no longer an option. They must be willing to burn their ships, to cut off all paths of escape. History is filled with such examples, but let me remind you of one particularly vivid illustration. A great warrior once landed his troops upon enemy shores. Before the battle began, he issued an order that shocked his men. He commanded that the ships which had carried them be set ablaze. As flames rose into the sky and the vessels were consumed, he turned to his soldiers and said, "You see the ships burning? That means we cannot leave these shores unless we win. We have no choice. We win or we perish." Such is the mindset required for extraordinary achievement. Yet most people do the opposite. They keep a back door open. They say, "If this does not work, I can always go back." And because that option exists, their effort is divided, their desire is diluted, their commitment is weakened. As long as that back door remains open, you will never experience the white-hot intensity of desire necessary to overcome the inevitable obstacles of life. Close it. Seal it. Decide that you will stand by your purpose until it becomes the dominating obsession of your existence. There exists a common fallacy in the world that only the lucky succeed, that wealth, influence, and opportunity are distributed by chance, like prizes in some cosmic lottery. I say to you, rubbish. Luck may open a door, but it cannot keep you in the room. Sustained success is never accidental. Success comes to those who become success conscious. They think in terms of growth, opportunity, and achievement. They train their minds to see possibilities where others see problems. Failure, on the other hand, comes to those who allow themselves to become failure conscious. They dwell on limitation, fear, and doubt. They expect defeat, and so they find it. Your mind is a magnetic force, drawing to you the conditions, circumstances, and opportunities that align with your dominant thoughts. When your desire is heated in the fires of belief and sustained by persistent action, it begins to attract its physical equivalent. This is not mysticism, it is law. If you think in terms of poverty, you will remain poor. If you dwell on lack, you will experience lack. But if you demand success with the same intensity that a drowning person demands air, then the forces of the world, seen and unseen, must respond. Remember this always. The only limitations are those you accept. They are self-imposed, self-maintained, and entirely within your power to remove. Whether you seek a better position, a thriving business, a harmonious home, or financial independence, the starting point is always the same. Definiteness of purpose, backed by a burning desire. As we conclude this lesson, I ask you to turn inward. Examine your thoughts. Question your intentions. Are you merely wishing, or are you truly desiring? If you are wishing, you are drifting. If you are desiring, you are directing. If you have reached that state of mind where you know, deep within, that you cannot accept failure, then understand this. You have already traveled half the distance to your goal. Go now. Take action. Perform the 6 steps. Write your declaration. Read it aloud with conviction. Live it daily. For the master key is now in your hands, but only you can turn it. We shall meet again in the next lesson, where we explore the mysterious and powerful force known as faith, the great multiplier of desire. Until then, stand firm, keep your purpose clear, and move forward with unwavering determination. Good day.